What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be starting a new case study on a site I've shared many times here on the channel, and it is the Champlin Lawn Care site. So this may be compiled into all one video, it might be spread out over several videos. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. It really depends on how long it's going to take to rank this particular page that we're going to be building out here. But for reference sake, today is Tuesday, August 20th, 2019, 6:30 p.m. So this particular website, if you're brand new to the channel, what I do and what I share here on the channel is building a website. You rank it in the search engines for relevant local business oriented keywords. So for example, we have this Champlin, Minnesota lawn care site, super optimized for one city to rank for lawn care in Champlin. So that way, if someone's coming through this search result and they live in this area, or their phone is located in this area, and maybe they own a rental property or an investment property or something of the sort, if they need lawn care services, they're going to type that into Google. And being as we have the #1 spot here in the organic search results, we're going to get a good chunk of traffic coming to our site. And then when they land on this site, they see something similar to this. And this is just one example of a million different ways that you can build a website in terms of the visual aspects that you are seeing. But what we do is basically build a local business oriented website. It can be any niche, really anything under the sun that you can imagine. It could be HVAC, it could be plumbing, it could be roofing, building a deck, siding, lawn care, landscaping, tree removal, driveway, asphalt, paving, concrete, you name it. And what happens when someone clicks on this phone number and they make a phone call, and since I'm on a desktop, it wants to open up FaceTime, but if someone was browsing on their phone and they click that, it's going to prompt them to call. Then if they are on the phone for a specific duration, we get paid a commission. Same thing if someone were to send their information through the contact form right here, where we then will receive a commission for that lead that was generated as well, because these people coming through this website are customers looking to purchase, in this instance, lawn care services. So anyways, what I want to do today is share the process of building out a new page on this site. So we're going to transfer over from lawn care, which, by the way, it's not the most competitive search in the world, but it doesn't really take a whole lot of effort or resources to rank a site for one of these suburbs, which there are tens of thousands of in the entire country, across what would probably be about 150 different services. I mean, you could do pressure washing, you could do concrete staining. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on, and the potential is really limitless. But SEMrush, which is a link aggregating software, and it just shows a lot of data about websites, shows about 50 searches per month for this particular keyword. So keywords everywhere showing 10. We'll just say it's somewhere in the middle, around 30 searches per month. So far since this site's existence over the past 4 months or so, it has generated around 100 leads with a mix between phone calls and contact form submissions. So a few weeks back, we built a page targeting mosquito control for the same city, and I just did this as a test to see what the hell would happen. So it actually is ranking first. I don't recall the exact amount of links off the top of my head of how many we built. Probably 1, maybe 2 at most, but we just had super optimized content, and we're here sitting in the #1 spot. So basically this service, if you don't know mosquito control or home services or anything like that, this is a really new service that's just being offered into the marketplace, and in terms of it being a recurring service that people will purchase. And this service is basically when a crew goes out to a property, they'll spray the lawn, the landscaping with a chemical that eradicates mosquitoes and then also deters them from coming back for like a month. And people sign up for this in early spring, and these companies come back each and every single month until about September or October when it starts to get cold. So even though we were able to rank for a completely different service from what the actual domain's about, I mean, there's a little bit of topical relevance in terms of mosquito spraying now with lawn care companies offering it, but either way though, we were able to rank, so that's cool. So what this case study is all about is building out a page all about snow removal. So removing the snow from a driveway or parking lot on a property, and we're going to be building out a page all about that in Champlin. So search data shows 0. I mean, you could go to a lot of cities and a lot of different niches and you're going to see zeros on here, but this particular city has a population of about 25 to 30,000 people. I would estimate probably 5,000 to maybe 7,000 different properties scattered throughout the city limits, including residential and commercial parking lots as well. So they all will need their snow removed. Not everyone who owns a house purchases snow removal, but when I had my landscaping company, we dominated this search result, and leads came in like crazy, especially right before winter, and also during snow events, people would be calling like crazy because they want to get service. And the actual ideal time for ranking for these keywords is in early fall. So September, October are when people are looking for a service provider to get service scheduled whenever it snows, so that way they don't have to worry about it. So anyways, we're going to build out a page all about snow plowing and removal in this city. You can see the search results are pretty uncompetitive. I mean, you have Home Advisor here, number 1, the Public Works Department of the city in 2, then you have a local company here, Yelp, Angie's, Thumbtack, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, and then another local company, and then Manta, so another directory. So that's what the search result looks like. Let's get into building out the page. So we built out this site on WordPress, of course, utilizing Thrive Architect. And essentially what we're going to do is just recreate the homepage and just change up some of the imagery, some of the content, of course, as well. So that way it is all curated in a manner to be all about snow plowing, snow removal, and that sort of stuff. So we have our permalink, which is just snow dash removal. Down here we have our meta title, meta description. So we have snow removal Champlin MN with the bar here, Champlin snow plowing. And then down here at the description, we have affordable pricing for commercial and residential snow plowing and removal, sidewalk shoveling, de-icing, and much more. Get in touch today to get started. So the reason for stating all these different terminology here is because you want to rank for other variations of the keyword. Not every person that's going to look for snow plowing in Champlin is going to, or this goes for any location, by the way, not everyone's going to just type in snow plowing. They might type in residential snow plowing or just residential snow, for example. And so these different terms in here. And so I already went ahead and set this up, but this is the schema from WPSEM plugins. Highly recommend using this plugin. It's free. You can just get it. And so what this allows us to do is help boost our click-through rate by having these star ratings showing up in the search result. So it doesn't always happen with the home page, so that's probably why it's not showing up on that home page, but on the service page it worked. And we're going to see what happens here as the site gets indexed if it includes it. So what I have here is set up the aggregate ratings, local business, the service is, or the item, the service, whatever, snow removal. Then an image here, just the price range just on the low end for this instance. And then we have the phone number, the city, and then for the rating, just a number 14, just so that way it shows up with 14 different votes. And then a high rating, so almost perfect. Highest rating is a 5. The worst rating is 1. You basically kind of want to base this on how Google reviews are, 1 to 5 stars. So from there, our structured data as well as our meta title and description and our URL are all optimized. I'm just going to publish this right now because it's ready to go. And then we're going to hop into Thrive Architect and start working on the actual content on the page. So you can see this page here is just completely blank. The beauty with using Thrive Architect specifically is you can create a page like we did here with the home page. You can save it as a template and use the exact same thing again. You don't have to do all that work in terms of the formatting and dragging and dropping. And granted, while it's really quick to do that, it can take some time when you're trying to figure out how you want the design of your site to look. So what we're going to do is grab our template from our homepage and we're just going to choose it. So I'm going to pause the video here and build out all this content. It's all going to be unique written content. I don't like doing duplicate content. While it does work, especially if you're doing just small towns or rural areas or whatever, and I've seen even sites rank for larger suburbs with just duplicate content across the entire site except changing out the name of the city. And you want to have longevity with your rankings because you want all your efforts to pay off for a long time. So I'm going to pause the recording here because the goal with this case study is not to teach you how to use Thrive Architect. One, they have an amazing university, as they call it, for teaching you how to use their software. I've also done lots and lots of videos on it here on the channel. Just search throughout and you'll see all kinds of different tutorial videos on it. The goal with this is to show you guys how long it's going to take us to go from creating a new page to ranking on the first page and hopefully at the top of the first page and showing you every step along the way. So I'm going to pause the video, create all the content, and I'll check back with you and show you guys the site after it is all built out. Alright, so the page is now all complete. We're going to do a quick rundown of the content, the structure, and how the page is built out and why it is how it is. And so to start things off, I'm going to lay out here the H1, which is the top header. And what I would recommend doing is having the H1 be as closely matched to your meta title as you possibly can. So next thing is just some more content. We have a quick call to action right away, especially for mobile people on their phones. They don't necessarily want to scroll through a lot of stuff if they know that they already want to get a quote. So we give them that option right there. Then the bulk of the content right down here, just a couple paragraphs, some images. And you'll notice here we have about 575 words here on this particular page. And as far as the keyword density goes, we have Champlin snow removal mentioned twice, which is less than 1%. So you're definitely going to want to have that stuff sprinkled into your content, not only in the paragraph, but also into your headlines as well. We have that here in this H3 header. And so then we get down here to just the list of services that are offered. And then we get into like how the pricing structure can be, and not by stating rates, but just stating that, hey, you can do per visit, or you can do fixed monthly rate, or prepaid for the season, that sort of stuff. Then another quick call to action, and then a why choose us. What I used to do before was a background overlay like this. However, on mobile, that took a lot of time to scroll through. So the option of putting these tabs in there is a lot easier and a lot quicker for someone on mobile for when they're scrolling through, if they don't need to read through all this, if they don't really care that much. So then we get down here, just some testimonials, another call to action, a little bit more trust building text with a background overlay just for the overall visual impact. And then we have our section here where they can either click to make a call, or they will enter in their information to the contact form. And then down here is the footer. So that is this page all built out with just under 600 words. I'm going to add the keyword in a couple more times just to get it to that 1% level. I mean, it's not the most competitive keyword, so I don't think it's going to be too hard to rank, but I want to be super optimized so that way we can get to that #1 spot as fast as possible. So the other thing I need to do is just add this particular page to the services here in the header menu, and then we're good to go. So today, again, is the 20th of August, and whenever this site indexes, I will do another clip. It's probably going to be a few days from now. So I will see you then.